Hi everyone, I'm Jay and this is VR Bikes. And new project's just arrived. Let's take a look at it. So if you're thinking that looks familiar, it's probably because it is. Um, it's a Kawasaki and it's a Versys, which is what the orange one is. However, this one is a lot newer, well, 4 years newer, and it is the upgraded version. So the difference is being, well, taking a look, the back light's different, the grab rails on the back are different, the side panels are different, which is a shame because I had one for this side that I had on eBay, which I was going to take off and use, but it doesn't fit. No. Got a engine guard on this one as well as the baggage racks, which is a bonus. They will come off and I'll see if I can get some money back on those, but they're nice to have. Looks like the front mud guard is different. It's got lines in it. It's more of a modern shape. The headlight is also different. When you look at that to that and then that to that, you can see the differences. Handguards are good. Coming around the side panel there is hanging off, but it looks fine. The mirrors also look fine. The dash is fine. It's got heated grips, which is a bonus. No ignition, so exactly the same as the other bike was when I first got that Versys. Someone's stolen this and made a right hash of the top yoke. Now I did look at the part numbers for the top yokes, and they're the same from this one and the earlier ones. And I've seen one on eBay, which I think was quite raw. I'm saying quite reasonably priced. It's not really. It's a bloody rip-off, but it's a lot cheaper than the new one. So let's just say that. So that's good. So coming around just a little bit more. Oh, and on the other side, whereas I've got the side panel there on that side, I've noticed that it is completely missing on this side as well. So that will have to go onto the list of things to buy. It's a non-runner. I do have keys. I have 2 keys for it, which isn't brilliant because I've got no ignition. But there you go. But if they fit the rear lock and the petrol tank, then I'm okay with just buying an ignition. Hopefully, I've looked at those in the last couple of days. Well, those have been very, very scarce as well, but we'll just have to see. So that's kind of where we are. I'm going to just got to do a little bit of juggling. I'm going to get that off the ramp and get this one on, and then hopefully we can start digging into it a little bit more and seeing if that's the only issues. I'm hoping it is. The seat looks good, so it did cost a little bit more than the orange one when I bought it, but like I said, newer shape, newer year. Look at that. Yeah, don't you just love bike thieves? Anyway, yeah, just get it on the ramp. Right, so I've now got the bike on the ramp. First time I've used the ratchet straps, and yeah, no issues there. So it's a nice working height. So what I'm going to do is oh, one thing else I noticed, the difference between the two bikes is the placement of the indicators on the front. But I'm going to take this rack off because I don't need it and I want to get it up for sale. And I'm sure it's going to do someone a good turn, even though it is quite bulky. I mean, posting that I think might be an issue, but we'll see. Actually, scrap that. I'm going to leave it on there for now. I've got a top box. I wonder if it'll fit it. I'm not sure it's givey. I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyway, so what I am going to do is I need to get the ignition off. I've had a look for parts already for the side panels, and I've not been very successful. So, but I have a plan. I'm going to make some out of paper mache. That's a joke. I'm not. But not a good one, but a joke. I do want to get. I need to get this off so I can see the part number on that one. Hopefully, they're a lot more common than the side pods. And obviously, just take this out of there. and charge the battery, because I'm not sure the state of the battery, but I'm kind of guessing that as they've been trying to hotwire it, it's not going to be in the best of the conditions. And also, while I'm in there, I can check the main fuse as well, just to make sure that's okay. So yeah, hoping the part number for this one's near the top, so I don't have to mess about too much with it. That's 80 quid on its own for that. Ignition, I reckon, is going to cost me another 80 quid, so that's 160 just to get the ignition on. The side panels, I think I'm going to be lucky at 80 quid each for those two. This other KLE 40, and then we'll see where we are with the rest of it. But yeah, I need to go and grab the key. Beautiful colour though, I do like the colour. Right, can't do this one-handed. Good. Oh, not going to be able to do that. Oh. Okay, I'm showing 12.7 volts, which actually I wasn't expecting, and at least that shows that hopefully I won't be buying a new battery for this at the same time as all the other bits and bobs. But I really like the colour. Oh, right, so where's the part number? 36001. Right, so the first one I've looked at is $40, and we're in the UK, so oh, it's on my fingers. Right, so they've spliced either the heated grips or the USB port into the brown wire going to the ignition, which is actually not the worst job I've ever seen. They've soldered it. It's not heat shrink. It would have been nice, but it's not. You know, I'm not going to slag off somebody else's work if it works. Okay, and that's the part that we need. I'm going to go and order some parts, and I don't think there's much more that I can do here at the moment. It just is all around parts now. Unusual. What's all that then? Jesus, this is a turn up for the books. Look at that. This is an American import. Last inspected in 2019. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I hope it doesn't interfere with my parts. I don't think it will. We'll just have to see. But yeah. Oh wow. Okay. We're in a little bit of trouble, and I'll tell you why. The parts for this, I've spent hours looking for parts, and they are rare, very, very rare. I cannot find a side panel for this, no matter where I look, which is very frustrating. And the same for the other side as well. I did find one for the other side, which was a second-hand one, and they wanted £231 for it, which is ridiculous. And if I'm ever going to make a profit on this bike, I cannot spend £500, over £500, just on two fairings. So the way forward is going to be this. I've ordered. Ugh, what's that stuck in that? I've ordered the other side of this. That was reasonable, £30. And I've ordered the new yoke, which is £85. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the top yoke off and have a look. The yoke I've ordered isn't off of this year, but apparently they're cross compatible, which is really good. And we hope, and then we can go from there. So yeah, the other thing is my top box doesn't fit this rack, so I'm going to take the actual top box mount off and the side panniers. The other thing is this is one owner, because I've just checked the logbook and it's down to 0 owners. This came into the country in 2019 from the States. There's nothing to suggest that it wasn't from the same owner who brought it over. So yeah, big 0 on the registration document. So go. Oh, this was meant to be so easy. Right, so let's get that off and we'll see from there. Yes, 3 keys. Result. Not really. So the only thing that was wrong with this was the bottom lug was broken completely. So what I've done is I've plastic welded that particular part back on. I can't put that bit back in, and if I did fabricate something to go on there, it's not going to look the best. I'm kind of talking myself into fabricating a part for that now. I might try and fix this. What am I doing? Okay, if I've got something that I can adapt into this, I might try and fix it. I can fix it. I know I can fix it. Just how good is it going to look? But it's on such a low part, I don't know if you'd ever see it. Fix it for free or pay £300. Yeah, okay, right. Alright, okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll try not to damage that anymore at the moment then. Right, okay, let's get on with this because time is a ticking. How not to do this? Right, so you can see on here, come around so we can get a better view. You can see on here, this extension here is meant to be a sequel of that. So that's where the problem is. It's only made out of cast, so that's why it just disintegrates. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is just have a measure. See the steering lock is at an angle, and I think that's probably why these don't match up with anything else. Let's show you that. You just see in there, that's the steering lock and that's the angle that it sits at, so that's where the problem is. So I've got that off. I'm going to go and do some measurements. I'm going to order one. So a quick update, I need the left one of these, and I have looked high and low on the internet and I cannot find one. And trust me, I am good at finding parts. There is just not one of these that's secondhand on the internet right now. The only ones there are new ones, and I think I'm going to have to buy a new one for the other side, for the left hand side, and it's going to cost, I think the best price I've got it so far is around £220, which is a lot of money. So I'm going to bite the bullet, and I'm going to order that once I know the bike's okay. The ignition is coming very, very soon, in about, from today, probably about 7 days. It's coming from Italy, so I've managed to get the top yoke and the ignition and the key set for it, so I'll be changing out all the locks. So with this, I'm gonna repair this. It makes sense. I've had a look, and I have got, well, it's not a Kawasaki part. It is a quite a similar red. Not that that matters, because I'm gonna obviously cut it to pieces and muller it into that position there. So the idea is that I'm going to use I'm going to use that edge there, and I'll bend it outwards slightly, manipulate it a little bit with a heat gun, and it will go into that section there. Then we'll burr back the sides, and we will chuck it in there, get a scraping of filler on it. We'll stitch it in from the back with a plastic welder, and then we'll spray it with hopefully some of this that I've got left over from a Honda 125 that was on the channel for over a year ago. But I think I've still got some paint left, and it's quite a decent match. And because this is so low, you might not see it. And it does look quite similar, as you can see. So the first part is I've got to get my Dremel out. I'm going to cut a rough shape. Then I'm going to heat it up, get that bend, this corner in, and then we'll see how we go. But yeah, 250, 220 quid, or somewhere between 220 and 250. Oh, that's mad. Some bikes, I was looking on there, you could buy a whole brand new fairing kit for that money. Like the Ninjas. There must be 6 trillion Ninjas on the road, because the parts are just everywhere. This 2010 to 2014, no, let's not bother making these parts. I need some of a plastic printer. I need to buy a plastic printer. Right, I'm going to get you set up, and then I'm going to get cutting. So that's it for now. Will I be able to fix that panel? I hope so. But there is a beautiful bike hiding underneath this, and I think it just needs a little bit of coaxing to come out and be back to its absolute best. So if you haven't done already, please like, share, subscribe. It does make a hell of a difference to the channel. And until next time, from sunny Ashford, ride safe.